Hi Aries, I'm here to do your full moon reading for the full moon taking place in your 12th house of Pisces, okay? This is a very, the 12th house is a very secretive and private place, okay? Very sensitive spot for anybody's zodiac wheel, okay? And since you start the zodiac off, I always get to read you with the traditional everybody at home plate, which I love. Mars, your ruler, is going through your third house of communications, okay? So I feel like you have a big drive towards communications and a lot of activity going on in your close networks, okay? But for some reason, I feel like those close networks are expanding in some way, or structures are expanding in some way, because right now you do have a positive trine from Mars that's going to be hitting Saturn, okay, in your 11th house. So I feel like there might be some good tidings or just a lot of work on, you know, spreading your wings here, network-wise, from the 3rd to the 11th house in some way or another, recreating your structures and routines. If that's at business, you may be expanding your networks of commerce, okay? If any of you guys are orators or public debaters or in a creative field in any sense, I see that being very fortuitous for you, okay? I see large transitions in the way you work or the way you earn your income, all right, with Uranus going through your 2nd house of Taurus, okay? For some reason, you know, these are affecting all your major partnerships in your life. All right, currently Venus, the ruler of Taurus, is in Virgo, okay? And you guys are like busting out on me all over the place. Is in Virgo, and there might be something, if you're in a service-related position, where you're starting to make some good money in a service-related field. Others of you could just be getting a lot of reward and recognition for things you do that are for others, okay? And that may be, you know, through charity as well, or giving back to the community, or something of this sort. Seems to be very rewarding right now. I do see some of you guys engaged in a lot of contracts, a lot of talk around contracts or business deals or marriages, or long-term partnerships, okay, of some sort, with Mercury, the ruler of Gemini and Virgo, being in the 7th house for you of Libra, all right? And it, as of yesterday, it's retrograde, so it'll be backtracking, so you may be going back to work on projects, communications, things of this sort, okay? Any of you that want to create a groundbreaking change right now of any sort, you're primed to do that, all right? A lot of your creativity may feel like it's coming from dreams, or dreams may be rather, really visual right now. Any kind of meditation you do or visualizations might be really just rich right now, with Neptune in the 12th house, okay? Modern ruler of Pisces, especially with the moon in there as well, okay? That said, you may have a lot of emotions that you feel like you don't always share. So, and if you've had some breakups or other relationships that you can no longer share with, you may be getting those out in therapy sessions or in some sort of creative mode. I see a lot of positivity around any of you that are in music or the performing arts as well, okay? That's going on for you, okay? And this will feel rather urethral, okay? You are popping here with the King of Cups. Okay, some of you may be dealing with somebody with water in your chart, but this is your reading, okay? And I show you in a very emotional state right now. A lot of deep emotions, a well of emotions, but very mature, okay? And I see that the reason behind this is that you've taken some fool's leap. Here's your card. Okay, I don't know when you did it, okay, but a lot of you have, and I've told you the areas I see it in. A lot of changes in income and just how you make your money. And even if you haven't changed careers, it may be just redrawing the map completely in some way or another, bringing something very eclectic and different and ingenious about something here. And some sort of fool's leap may have been made, and I show that that will be a victory for those of you that have, okay? The Chariot is here. This is positive forward momentum towards a victory. This is a deep soul arcana. So is the Fool, okay? And the Chariot is associated with Jupiter, and you have Jupiter in your sign right now. Okay, and those of you born by the Pisces Aries cusp, I see this moon, you may have somebody come in or out, or some sort of public recognition at this time. I just see with some of the aspects at play, you could in your career, or something very important at home, okay? I do show the advice from the universe is that, you know, I have a 3 of Wands here and strength. Okay, that shows me that maybe like not everything has happened that you want to happen yet, or you're still in the kickoff phase or something like this on something very huge and large and important to you. Okay, and the universe's advice is that you hold the strength to keep waiting and keep working and keep manifesting. Okay, all right, and for some of you here on this 3 of Wands, if you we're waiting on a reconciliation or love or something like this, something may have not worked out here to do with a soul tie where your judgment was off or something of this sort, and it's time to walk forward and walk on. You know, I'm popping here on this strength with the Knight of Wands. For some of you that have been cooped up or suffered a breakup or something with family here, or some old tie that was very hurtful, okay, you know, or dealing with one, it's, you know, I'm showing here the Knight of Wands with the Tower in reverse and the 2 of Wands. And so some of you, I feel like, may have been waiting on somebody that'll never come, whether that's for love or business or something here, where the universe's advice is that you know, you keep going, and it may be time to break some ties, you know, in one way or another. A Tower in reverse can mean avoiding a tower, but if it's, you know, with the Knight of Wands, it's like, you know, that's your energy. So it's like, I feel like some of you may feel pent up, and expression of emotions is going to be very important, especially with the squares to the sun and the moon. All right, to avoid you know, violence and aggression, you know, you're going to need to tap into your emotions on a very deep level, and let those guide your actions. And the advice from the universe here, if you do, is that you will have new opportunities. All right, 2 of Wands, because if you've been avoiding, you know, the breakdown of a structure or something of this sort, it could be keeping you in a spot too long, my dear Ram. Okay, a Ram can be very, very loyal. But I love seeing you here in this state of, I feel like if you were out of touch with your emotions, you are no longer, you know. I feel like some of you guys have been through massive transitions, and, you know, you may just kind of feel a swell of emotions of all those transitions around the time of this Pisces full moon, but it promises to be all good. Definitely tap into your dreams and into your creativity, however you're channeling it. And I think that you will do very well. All right. Thanks, Aries. I will see you guys in your regular readings. I'm going to move on, and I make sure you check your sun, moon, and rising. Taurus, I'm here to do your full moon reading. Make sure you listen to my intro where I give a general discussion of some of the aspects and large configurations in the sky. That said, you guys, you know, are a superstar of the zodiac even when you're not hit by anything, because you have Uranus in the North Node in your sign, okay, which is setting off some squares to other fixed signs and or oppositions. For you, that opposition is in your 7th house, so dealings with old partners or things of this sort may come up. You may have had changes where you got, you know, with somebody or back together with somebody, suffered breakups of some sort, you know, in the areas of business partnerships and whatnot, since Uranus has entered Taurus and had complete revampings and redos, okay? That said, you have Mars, okay, the ancient ruler of your 7th house, as well as the ruler of Aries, all right, which rules your 12th house, okay, going through Gemini right now in your 2nd house of income. Okay, so some of you may be embarking on a new project or something, and if you did, it may have been like from a dream. Something of this nature may have come up for you guys, or just have a very strong drive towards change because of some inward realizations that you've had, okay, over the past, you know, whatever period since Mars entered Taurus, okay? Had a secretive project that, you know, then you put out in the open to make new money or something of this sort, okay? I see you guys engaged in a lot of heavy responsibilities at work with Saturn in the 10th house, okay? And a lot of duties at work. That's opposing your duties at home sometimes, all right? Especially with Ceres, you could run into problems with your, or issues with your mother and father in regards to what you're gonna do, all right, for a living. If you're too young to have children and, you know, you're in school or college or getting out into the workforce, you could have just issues with your own parents or challenges from them. of one way or another that, you know, you're kind of battling through, you know, inward conflicts with, okay? For others of you, I see you heavily engaged in work and having a lot of work responsibilities and duties, okay? Also in your, yeah, let's see, because, you know, in your 5th house, should be pretty beautiful right now. Your ruler is in Virgo, and Virgo is your 5th house. So areas of children, for those of you that have children or have like an intensive creative project, might be especially popping right now. And for those of you that don't just get a lot of joy around your children, may have even had children, you know, or just having a new phase with children that you do have, okay? And a lot of joy can be felt in your 5th house right now, which is Virgo, okay? The full moon takes place in your 11th house, which is the house of good spirit, and also your house of networks, okay? So there might be some information coming in or some sort of new urethral feeling here. There may be somebody in your outward networks, okay, that is bringing you a lot of new options. That Taurus at a battery pack change. You guys are popping here a lot of 7s. With the 7 of Cups as the current scenario, this is all about options, okay? And you guys, I've gone over this before, but I've probably been in some sort of battle over the big changes you've had, okay, in the past few years. You may have gone to restabilize yourself only to feel that it caused more instabilization. The reason I see the 7 of Cups here is because of the 5 of Swords, which is some very vindictive, nasty behavior, or a feeling of having to win it all by all means or any means, okay? And this may have been this may have emanated from you or those around you over the past few years since it entered, okay? But I do see here that there is some sort of going away. You have the 7 of Swords here, and you guys popped like this before, that you had this secret plan. It was in like 1 or 2 specific readings I had. I want to say there's a reading called The Bull is a Sly Fox. For those of you that are resonating here, there's something very maverick-like about the 7 of Swords, okay? You know, it can deal with lying, cheating, or deception. You know if that's on your part or not, and you're probably plugging into it now. If it was on your part, especially if you're doing a look back since Uranus first entered, you know, late 2017, you know, sneaks in, sneaks out, 2018 for sure on. There may have been some massive changes, and then you may have moved to restabilize yourself. I see this in large part centered around a 10 of Cups, all right, and the answer here from the universe, okay, on what you can do to really tap in here is, you know, to go after your ultimate, you know, happiness in everyday living. That's more important than anything, okay? And this is 10 of Cups. This is everyday overflowing love. This is like an Ace of Cups taken to a 10, you know, in happiness in the home, okay? This may have been upset, especially with the aspects we've had, okay? And again, I've said, you guys, you know, the outcome though, if you can tap into this, whether it's where you are now or not, is the Hierophant. There you are. That's your major arcana card, okay? You will be able to move up. You will be able to have the commitment that you want. You will be able to find what you seek in this, all right, and step into your full power, which is beautiful. I'm just going to pull 2 of these cards here and take a look at the astrology chart here, my general chart with you on the ascendant, to see if there are any other notes. Make sure you listen to my intro. I don't usually pull clarifiers on everything, but I may pull a clarifier or 2 here. Okay, you're popping here with the birds, which is highly indicative of either gossip or communication, a lot of communication in and out of the home. You're also pulling here with wine, okay, which is about alchemy and transformation and things that develop over time. And you guys may be, you know, working on developing things over time here. You know, there may be a need to, I want to pull a couple of these as well. to let things develop, and you may be in a process of doing just that, you know, but there is an inward feeling that you have right now, especially with the North Node, you know, conjunct your sign, and you may have felt a drive to change and resisted some change because of all the changes you've had over the past few years, you know, where you moved to restabilize and then it wasn't the right thing. You may have had, you know, back and forths with somebody or gotten together with somebody and then that didn't work out for one reason or another, and be in this investigative mode. Okay, I do show, I have boy toy in the reverse here. I have homelessness. There's no place like home. And again, I tie this back to this 10 of Cups, and I have private investigator, Inspector Gadget. So I don't know if somebody deceived you. With the 7 of Swords, there can be deception. You know, and it does look like there needs to be some healing around some prior wounds. 4 of Swords just fell out when I was discussing that. Some of you may have put away your player ways or something of this sort, you know, over the past few years, have, you know, feelings of being afraid of poverty or had to change homes, you know, or especially if you had a live-in relationship that broke up or got back together, and something of this sort, you know, around these scenarios where your major foundations felt shaked or shooken. You know, I do see a lot of positive momentum here, all right, towards change, all right, especially with 2 sevens, all right. This may be a very emotional moon for you, but I do see it as very fortuitous, all right. What else did I want to discuss here? You have Jupiter going through your 12th house, okay? And Jupiter in the 12th house can act as a guardian. So I do feel like you guys have a lot of divine protection right now if you tap into it, okay? I just want to pull on this. Give me this 5 of Swords. On the 5 of Swords, I show the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Again, indicating to me that there was some sort of pain or past trauma here. And you may have been, I just wanted to also pull in the 7 of Swords here. Please give me this 7 of Swords for my Taurus. There's something here closing out with options, or you making a decision. You may be moving to really get like Maverick Light. For those of you that were a player in the past or something like this, you may have worked on resolving these feelings or old past traumas or pain around some things that have happened. Okay, some of you do look like you may be seeking your independence here with the 7 of Swords, because I got the 7 of Cups in reverse, which is like a reversal of your options, or a dwindling down of your options in the world. So some options may have closed, but I show the 9 of Pentacles here. So I feel like you guys are seeking your own independence here. Okay, and it's going to play out differently for all of you, but I've gone over the main themes that I see here, and I usually don't pull clarifiers on my moon readings, but I did for you guys today. So, and like I said, to have your major arcana as an outcome here, to go after your happiness, and your happiness may be a challenge to other people, what your true happiness is. You may have lied to yourself about what your true happiness is, but the advice from the universe here is to chase your true happiness, 10 of Cups. And with the result that, you know, you embody the Hierophant, that's your major arcana. So there couldn't be anything more beautiful about that, okay? All right, Taurus, enjoy the full moon. Let me know how it goes, and I will see you guys for your other check-in readings. Hi, Gemini. I wanted to do a quick moon reading for you, okay? You guys have Mars. You guys are talked about a lot right now because you have Mars in your sign, okay? It's going to be in your sign for quite a long period with the retrogrades that are going to take place with Mars. That said, you guys have a ton of drive right now, a ton of drive. Now, with a personal planet, sometimes these can show up in other areas. So some of you may have had a partner come in, or have somebody very strong-willed that has a very strong Mars-like energy that's in your periphery or in your field right now. Others of you just may feel a very strong drive and passion. Okay, this will be opposing your 7th house, so you may go after a new partner, you know, something of this sort, or have a new partner come in when there is Mars, you know, crossing a 1st and 7th house axis. And with it crossing for so long in the sign of Gemini, those of you that aren't with somebody, that are looking for somebody, may have somebody come in over the period that you feel quite passionate about solidifying things with, or have new business contracts or partnerships come up, okay, of some sort. That said, you guys will be squaring off with Venus and the Sun and the Moon. All right, so there can be a strong drive for change or a feeling of slight tensions. However, I feel like you and Virgo's energy are behind that, because there is a trine from Mercury, which just turned retrograde, all right, in Libra to your sign. So I feel like there's a lot of mercurial energy, and so some of those challenges maybe from other people because of your drive, if that makes sense. You know, or you may just feel a little bit blockaded or something because, you know, you're like waiting to get out of the pen, or ready to drive something forward, you know, and it's going a little bit slower than you may want. Okay, this may fray your nerves or something. It's great for athletics, great for creativity. And again, like I said, I see that positive trine from Mercury, which is going to be going back, okay, and going back and looking back at old projects and plugging back in and into anything you've backburnered or something like this, where you will feel a lot of positivity, okay. And as long as you tap into Mercury, your ruling planet, I think you will be fine, you know. You are popping here with the Hermit and the Ace of Swords. So I feel like there's some sort of truth about your investments or the way you invest, and that could be in a relationship or in a business partnership here that's come in, that's hitting you pretty hard, that you've been in an inward reflective state about. Okay, and this inward reflective state can get a little bit stronger during the time of the full moon, or the emotions in regards to it. And I do show that you're going to have to make some cuts. You've popped here with cutting ties, triggered copying. Like if there's anybody that's been kind of copying off you or something of this sort, you may be set off by that, and I could see why. You know, and you may need to cut ties with that person, or just disassociate yourself so that it doesn't, you know, interfere with your drive too much, because you have so much forward momentum in your 1st house to really do so much right now, you know, that, you know, it could really be very wonderful for you, okay, for a very long period, okay, to really hone in on your projects, all right, especially when it's in the 1st house, whatever it is that you want, you know. You're going to have a long stead to be able to push it forward and drive it forward. Let's see, what else do I want to mention? The 4th house, you know, you with everything in Virgo right now, you may have a lot of activity at home, and you may have a driving force to make some changes around your home that, again, I feel like are positive and are emanating from a place of good, because of what's in your 5th house, which is Libra, which is your ruler, and that's the 5th house of joy, creativity, and romance. So the changes you make, I feel like, are driven by a good stead, or a good-hearted feeling, you know. There may be a lot of communications in regards to children right now, or a creative project, okay, here, and the things that you've been reflective on, especially with Virgo showing up here, I feel like, you know, there's stuff with the home access as well as career that may be popping off right now, okay? Mars will be headed to a square. I think it's on the 16th or the 18th with Venus, all right? This can lead to, you know, make love, not war, but, you know, can lead to a little aggression, but again, with that positive aspect from Mercury, which rules Virgo as well as your sign. I don't see it playing out that way. I see it playing out very beneficially to you. Okay, that said, there may be truths about what you're investing in that come through. You're spitting on me now with that. What you're investing to, or what you put your efforts into, and I see you investing a lot here. And the universe's advice here is to make a decision and make your cuts, all right? Because I'm popping here with the 6 of Wands for what you can do to help this process along towards victory. 6 of Wands is a victory. you know, is the Two of Swords. Don't sit at the crossroads too long on decisions you need to make. Don't be a, you know, and I don't see you doing that with Mars in your sign. I really don't. Hang on, give me this Two of Swords. That said, there, you know, maybe ties, or, you know, and it may be to your old self or something of this sort that make it hard, that leave you in an area of indecision a little too long. But the advice from the universe is to make cuts, you know, and use your advisors to help you do that, where you have been, if you've been stuck in a place too long, yeah, and your intuition. I'm popping here with the High Priestess, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Two of Wands. Some of you may have been in a place of indecision in regards to a fire sign, or somebody with fire in their chart. You know, you may have, you know, cut off your own opportunities here, or something like this, or be facing a lot of intuition right now, and you need to tap into your intuition, okay? If you guys have anything by the Pisces Aries cusp, you know, take a look at it and take a look at the aspects that it's making right now to make sure you're not stepping into your own way, okay? But there might be some, you know, a Queen of Wands in reverse, you know, Queen of Wands in reverse can be a real hoe. So, I mean, if any of you guys have been exposed to somebody who played you, you know, obviously, you know, stay away from that, you know. They can also be a gossip and a, you know, a whole bunch of stuff that's negative, you know. If you face somebody like that, you know, definitely don't sit on the fence about cutting your ties where you need to. For those of you that have not, you know, or, you know, it's like there's something here about making your decision about what a victory is, and sitting on the fence too long here. Give me the Six of Wands, and I want this. Hold on. Yeah, I feel like some of you are backing out of a family situation, or you're stopped working on something, you know, here. I've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Emperor, and it's like either some of you may have backed out of something, you know, and you know, closed your closing doors on an opportunity that you had with somebody or something like this. You've been in a real big period of reflection over here, or had some truths come in, all right, in regards to cutting ties, all right? And you're going to have to go with your intuition. The advice here is to go, you know, with your intuition, and your intuition, the High Priestess, is reflective of Piscean energy, maybe especially strong around this time, okay? And it may have to do with male and female figures, especially with that square coming up. What is the advice for my Pisces? I'm sorry, for my Gemini. I'm sorry, I know it's you, Gemini. I was just discussing the aspects in Pisces and looking at your 10th house here. There may be a period of emotional recognition, or recognition for a project you've worked on a long time, that comes through at this time as well right now, with the full moon occurring in your 10th house of career as well, okay? Or it may be that career interfered with love, or something of this sort here, you know. And hold on. Yeah. You're popping here with the Devil. Hold on. If any of you have faced any addiction issues or codependency issues or something like this that you felt like you made a foolish decision on, you may be having some sort of overwhelming triggering that's letting you, you know, rethink this, all right, or rethink something here pretty big. With the Devil, I have the Fool in reverse. That could be a foolish decision about your independence. I have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you, you know, may have something here in regards to your career, or in regards to independence here, that you're really facing and dealing with right now, okay? Some of you may have been through a breakup. Yeah, I'm popping with the Tower here now too. You may get, you know, be dealing with some sort of news that was upsetting, or dealings, you know, regarding the child, or some sort of breakup. I have the Hierophant here in reverse as well. could be something at work. It could be that something that you wanted, you know, towards greater independence at work didn't work out. But I think for a lot of you, it may have to do with a leap of faith or something here, or really working on your own shadow issues here, okay? And there may have been a tower moment for those of you that have had that, I'm sorry, or a breakup, you know, break up or break off of a commitment. That was pretty painful. And for those of you that have, I'm sorry, I do show a lot of courage here in the, if you have any aspects, there may have been something with work that conflicted with a partnership or something in some way here, okay? For others of you, I see it as like somebody very, you know, could be coming in to your life, or be, you know, that you need to not sit on the fence about, okay? And question whether you're making a decision based on your own fears and control issues, or what's really best for you. Something of this sort here that I'm getting up and picking up, but it does regard a significant investment, and I do see you as being inwardly reflective, so I don't think that you're going to have a problem making a decision, okay? That's all I have for you, Gemini. Enjoy the full moon. Let me know how it goes, and make sure you check your sun, moon, and rising. All right, and I am going to move on to Cancer now. All right, Cancer, how are you guys? I hope you guys are doing great. Let me just put you on the ascendant here. This full moon for you guys, you know, is going to take place in your it's going to take place in your 9th house, okay? That's higher learning, all right, as well as philosophy. Some of you guys may be really tapped in spiritually, or have some trip or something of this sort that puts you in an emotional state, okay? Right now, if you do have a trip or something of this sort, you know, maybe to some place that's especially beautiful or picturesque, especially with Neptune involved, okay? Those of you that are engaged in higher learning, you know, that may just really be a particular joy for you right now in one sense or another, or working on expanding your minds, or in some way. I see that as a very emotional and cathartic type feeling around the time of this full moon, okay? That said, anything you have in Pisces will be trining the full moon, which will be beneficial to you, okay? You guys will have, let's see here, I just want to, you know, Pluto is about to exit your 7th house and will go into the 8th house, you know, thereafter. That'll be huge. I will be doing some specials on Pluto, all right, for all the signs, okay? And you guys may have faced some Plutonian-like partners that came into your life over the period of Pluto, you know, going through the 7th. Plutonian-like figures, you know, you or either you or your partner acts out in plutonium-like themes. You know, transformation is the main theme. You know, positive transformation being via the death card. You know, but any of you that, you know, plug in, you know, inappropriately, you can also, you know, either act too controlling of your mate, or your mate acts too controlling of you. Things of this sort can pop up, especially with Pluto in the 7th, okay? You know, things of transformation, the way that you are in partnerships and the partners you attract can be especially strong, okay? And I do have a thing here of opposites attract, all right? And that the past, you know, maybe weighing you down a bit here, okay? And a Cancer can hold on to past pain, okay? You're popping here with a Page of Cups, okay? So I do feel like there's something creatively here that offers you a new opportunity, or somebody you have a crush on or has a crush on you may make you an offer here, and, you know, around the time of the full moon, okay, that you want to hold on to. I do show that the outcome here is a 4 of Pentacles, which does show me that, you know, you guys might be tightening your belts a little bit here, or really want to hold on to this opportunity, okay? Hold on one second. I'm going to pull some clarifiers on this one, okay? Some of you, there's some, you know, a cleanup of past energy here. All right, with because basically Scorpio Scorpio rules your fifth house. Okay, so there's something here about the past, okay, and taking the past into the future. Okay, that's undergoing a transformation now. Okay, of some magnitude. Okay, that I see as beneficial for you guys. You know, this full moon will be also creating some positive aspects, you know, to your 11th house. There's probably been a big change in your networks, you know, in the past few years as Uranus has moved through Taurus. Okay, Jupiter is in your 10th house of career, so your careers may be especially popping or have changed, you know, either reached a crescendo of some sort or some magnitude, you know, over the past prior periods. Okay, I do see a lot of conversations and emphasis on the home right now, so you guys may have like a large emphasis of talking around the home or around foundations and careers, or debate around these issues with your main partners in your life right now, or have gone through these types of things. Again, there may have been an opportunity here that you really wanted to take on. All right, and if it's a love offer, you know, it shows that if you're willing to take the dive here, you know, I have a Knight of Cups as an outcome. The Strength card is a lot of strength and fortitude here. You know, and you may, if it's a creative offer, I show you taking action on it. If you have, you know, the gumption to do it, don't be afraid, is the advice here from the universe, to try it and to dive in here. Okay. My deck is upside down, so I'm turning these around. But on this Knight of Cups, I'm showing, you know, the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. There may be some sort of love offer here that you know, want to make. You know, there may be somebody with some Libra or Taurus in their chart, or, you know, some Earth in their chart here that's pretty heavy here. That's pretty strong, that you may feel like a wounded warrior here about offering your love to, or something of this sort, or that may feel like they have their walls up a bit because of something that happened. Okay, could be surrounding a mother figure. If you guys have any issues with siblings, there may have been issues there between a mother figure and a child. Okay, or another feminine figure, could be a sibling or something of this sort here. But you know, where you feel like a little bit of a wounded warrior, but it looks like, you know, you need to, and if you want this person, you want them really bad. Hold on a second, give me this Strength card here. You may have stopped moving towards this person and put your walls up towards this person, or this person may have their walls up with you. Okay, because I show the, you know, the Seven of Wands with the Chariot in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. It's like there is no movement here, and you may need great strength to have no movement, or it was hard for you to resist this person, or something of this sort here. Or you may feel blocked off by this person. But I do show a lot of love, you know, towards this person. Hold on, what's this Four of Pentacles here? Knight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and Strength in reverse. It's like this is definitely like tied to somebody that you don't want to let go of, or have a lot of feelings towards. Okay, about it, and it could be about a new opportunity here that you feel like you're being offered, or want to make an offer to somebody else. Okay, and that you know, but there's something here with control, something here that was out of line, or like, you may just feel like you have no ability to resist this person if you're highly attracted to them. And I'm showing that there's some opportunity here that you want to chase. So I'm not sure why you are trying to resist this person. You know, if you know, for others of you, it could have been, hold on, give me this Empress. There could have been a mother figure that came in between you and a loved one. Okay, there may have been an ending, you know, or the end of a situation where there was catty behavior. All right, blocking off the flow of love, or tapping into an Ace of Cups here. I have the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Five of Swords in reverse. You know, so I feel like if there was bitterness or something like this, that ended, or it's the end of that situation, or something of this sort, or it needs to end. okay? Take it as it resonates here. But I show that there's an opportunity, you know, and it's something you're holding very close to your chest and heart, that you either feel like you don't have the strength, or your strength was kind of questioned, or something of this sort. And you kind of just went in total stop mode, something of this sort here. But you know, the advice is that you re-raise your strength up, okay? Strength card in the upright versus strength card in reverse, you know, over here. That you raise your strength to be able to make the offer and to take action. Nine of Cups. All right, so I hope that was helpful, and enjoy the full moon. I will be thinking of you guys. Bye, Cancer. Cancer, I also wanted to mention that series, okay, because you had several Leo cards pop up. Series, so if you have Leo in your chart, definitely check out the Leo aspects that are going off in your chart right now. There is a opposition between Ceres, which represents the Divine Mother, and Kronos, which sometimes is associated with the Father. You know, Saturn's in your 8th house. Okay, that's death, taxes, legacy, inheritance, deep sexually transformative relationships, okay? And Ceres is in Leo, okay? And as well as anything else you have in Leo, okay? So there could be some sort of conflict that you've been overcoming, or that's being challenged in you to change for one way or another, or a lot of change surrounding some sort of issues, and those are played off by squares to Uranus, okay, which is a driving force of change and the Great Awakener. So you guys may be having some particular, you know, issues in that front, okay, if you're not dealing with somebody with Leo in your chart, okay, you know, in those areas. And, you know, Taurus represents your 11th house, okay, of networks. All right, that may be undergoing a huge, massive change or transition, okay, and may have for a while, but there is, you know, it's headed back towards the North Node now, so there is a path towards the future, and that future is associated with change, you know, and is, like I said, it's genius, it's the Great Awakener, it's all of those things, but there's something here quite significant going on. All right, those Uranus is trining with Virgo, and Venus is in Virgo, all right, and it's sextiling this full moon, okay, which again, the full moon is in the area of expansion, and you know, these 9th house arenas for you guys, okay. So again, I feel like there's something about expanding your views philosophy wise, or somebody that may come into your vibe that helps you expand in one way or another, okay, and to deal with these more tense issues, okay. So that said, I just wanted to pop back on and say that for you guys. Bye, Cancer. Hi, Leo. I'm here to do your full moon reading, okay. I just shuffled. You guys have got some great cards down here, okay. I'm pulling on your current situation, all right, and what you can do to help or hinder it around the time of the full moon, okay. And I have you here in all your glory, Queen of Wands. That is the present position for you, okay? I have that the reason behind this Queen of Wands is justice, okay? There's some Libran energy here, or you may be dealing with the justice system, or something just may be coming to fruition for you, because I pulled two Lenormands, and I've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun, okay? Sun's associated with you anyways. These are two very powerful yes cards. They're two Jupiter-oriented cards. Jupiter is trining your sign, currently in Aries, okay? Let me just take a look at my chart here. At the time of this full moon, you've got the sun opposed the moon in Pisces, and the moon in Pisces is in your 8th house, okay? So issues of death, taxes, legacy, inheritance, issues like this, okay? There's an emotive issue around this at this time, okay? Things are coming to full fruition with this, okay? At this time. The sun and Venus are in Virgo. Sorry, hold on, my phone is going off. The sun and Venus are in Virgo, and Venus rules your 10th house of career, currently in Taurus, where Uranus is going through. So I feel like you guys have had a lot of surprises and changes in your career over the past okay? And you guys are currently in the process of making a transition that's pretty large, okay? With the way that the North Node and Uranus are currently in step together, okay? I also, so again, expect heightened emotions around issues where you've been transitioning around family, legacy, inheritance, things like this, all right? I do have the Seven of Swords here, which I'm gonna take a look at. I don't usually pull clarifiers in here, but I'm going to today. I also here have what you can do to help or hinder this. The World is here. That means set the new stage, set the cycle, embrace this new beginning that you have. And if you're able to do that, you will tap into an Ace of Cups. That is brand new, overflowing love, okay? That could be a new love. It could be a creative project. Could be lots of things. It's going to play out differently for all you guys. But there's something here that you've done very Maverick-like, okay? I also have... some of you guys may have caught something else in somebody because I did pull some oracles and I've got like Ponzi scheme in reverse, loaded, snatched, like Aggie. I've got some things here. Like some of you guys may have just gone through exposing somebody for something or something of this sort here. Or if you were in something that was rather dangerous before, you've gotten out of it because of something that you discovered, something like this. And you're cleaning it up, and you may have had to get out of it in a smart way to get out, something like this. Yeah, there's going to be some news coming in. I've got the Page of Wands. Give me two more. On this Seven of Swords, and it may be in regards to somebody else, in regards to some sort of Ponzi scheme or some sort of money issue. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles could be something that you invested in that you pull your money out of. For some of you, it could be. Okay, especially with the volatility hitting the markets right now, you may move money around in one way or another here, or hit a new height here with something. But I feel like for some of you have had some new... Anyway, Leo, on this Seven of Swords, I just got a Page of Wands and a Seven of Pentacles. So I do feel like justice may be involved here because of something you guys find out. Could be related to some deception, something at work, some sort of investment. It could be a relationship, but if it is, it may involve financial issues of somebody wronging you and you decide to pull out your money, pull out your time, pull out your future investments with this person. Something of this sort could play out across the second and eighth house access that kind of comes to full fruition at this time. But the universe's advice is that you'll be fine. I mean, you're here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun card. That's excellent if you step up in the right way to close out a cycle with the World and the Ace of Cups. I don't see it being anything that you guys can't handle. But it does look like it may, disturb you a bit. But I see you here in your full power, okay? Especially with justice, the World and this Ace of Cups, and the way that this is appearing here, it looks like whatever it is, you catch it and you get out of it or turn it around, okay? So definitely tap into that. Close out cycles that need to be closed, and I wish you guys the best of luck. I'm going to move on to Virgo. I will see you guys for your regular reading. Let me know how the full moon goes and enjoy it. Hey Virg, how are you? I am here to do your full moon reading for the full moon in Pisces. Make sure you check the intro. Okay, I lost a couple of videos today. This is like take 2 or 3, not of your reading, but of the intro and stuff. Anyways, I pulled a couple oracles for you guys today. I've done that for some of the other signs as well. I usually don't pull, pull in here with a little anxiety here, Berg, or excitement, okay? I got 9 of Swords as the primary position here in number 1 for this full moon. For some of you guys, I feel like it's probably excitement. You have a lot of energy in your sign right now. Yeah, it might be about love. Might be. Or about considering your possibilities in life for those of you that are not actively engaged in something. I feel like you guys are just like thinking about your options right now. For some of you, you may be highly attracted to somebody that you're watching from a distance. Could be for some of you. Okay. All right. Or there may be some communications or decisions or some sort of communication here that comes in. I'm going to explore this, okay? Some of you might get a love offer. The full moon, it takes place in your 7th house. That is your partnership house. Also for business partnerships and contracts and things of this sort, okay? I pulled some strange cards here came up for you. They're not going to apply to everybody, so I'm going to wait till I pull the rest of your cards so I look at them. I'm letting them soak in because they were a little heavy. Letting them soak in, Virg. Needless to say, you guys have Jupiter going through your 8th house. I think your bank account is growing, or if it's not, it will over the Jupiter cycle. Okay, you know, any places that it's lacking, or places where you feel that you have not had deeply fulfilling sexual relationships, or built the legacy or inheritance or something like this that you want to yet for your own family. These may be undergoing periods of growth and radical change, okay, with Jupiter going through the 8th. You know, there's a lot of positive energy with, you guys have Venus, all right, and mutual reception to your ruler with Libra, okay, Libra being your 2nd house, all right, of income. So I feel like you guys are looking at ways to grow your income, or your income is in fact growing at this time. I love this. I'm not going to speak on it yet. I'm here with the 9 of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Moon. I love when I pull the Moon on a moon reading. It always happens for some of the signs, not all of them. And Death. It's like a rebirth of your emotions right here, Virg, and the things that you've been holding on to, okay? Some of you guys may have been holding on to past relationships or inner childhood wounding here, okay? That you've been hesitant to jump into new relationships. Some of you guys may have faced racism or something in the past here of some sort or another, whether it was based on color, religion, sex, whatever. It's something here popping. It may have interfered with your relationships in one sense or another, or is now, or something of this sort. But I do see a lot of inner childhood work here, and you pulled with the Key and the Clover. So I feel like you're on the right track, whatever it is, Virg. What I do see also here is that with your ruler is in trine to Mars, I see a lot of action and willpower and drive to change, okay? Because that is in Gemini currently, okay? Whenever we get a square with Uranus and Saturn, there's a lot of structure breakdowns with that kind of configuration. It's affecting the entire zodiac wheel. It affects everybody differently depending on what your sun, moon, rising, and other aspects are. But for just you as just a regular old Virgity Virg, this is going through your 9th house areas of philosophy, okay? Squaring off with your 6th house of service. So the ways that you, the things that you have to do for service, and the ways you get your rewards for service, whether you're in a service related industry or whether that just means giving back or caretaking for those you love, is undergone a massive transition and change over the past few years, okay? And I do show that there is like some anxiety here. I have the 9 of Swords, but it looks like it might be some excitement about a relationship. And for some of you, that could be about taking it to the next level, stepping it up a bit, you know, or somebody bringing an offer to you, okay? If so, it could be somebody with some water in their chart, does not have to be. All right, but Queen of Cups is typically associated with Cancer and Pisces. Could be Scorpio as well. You have a Page of Swords here, so I feel like somebody's either been watching you, or you receive some sort of communication, or you just kind of have your eyes on the field right now, not sure whether to take a dive on something, you know, but the advice from the universe here is the Moon. So you're going to have a swell of some sort of emotions around the time of the full moon. I expect them to be good. I see a lot of, with the mystic triangle, also known as a triangle. With the mystic rectangle in the sky, okay, that's taking place. I see that as a very beneficial aspect to this full moon, positively benefiting you. With Death here, it means change and transform, and I feel like that's change and transform for your emotions. For those of you that are single, it may be time to get back out there. For those of you that are dealing with anyone that might be encroaching on your personal property, privacy, or intellectual property, I would suggest seeking some sort of advisory counsel on that, or I'm always getting this like vibe of like too much too fast. If you guys have like experienced a phase of growth that's too much too fast, you might need to seek out additional help. But I do see this also tied into your emotions here, Virg. But you have with the Key and the Clover here, that's like gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. You're popping here with feminine and hesitation, chaser, inner child, fresh start. Compromise is in the reverse. So, I feel like there might be some third-party influences affecting certain things in your life right now. Those could be on a contract basis. If there are some of you that are dealing with contract issues that are particularly hard right now. Busted out on me when I said that. Let me just take a look here. But I do see a particular wonderful time for growth for you, okay? And though there is a square to the sun and the moon from Mars, because of the trine from your ruler in Libra, I do think justice, fairness, and balance are, in order. And I feel like you, as well as other mutable signs and Gemini in particular, can speak on that or hone into that, see when it's not there, and unplug when it's not. Unplug takes place, set up boundaries. There may be a need for some boundaries here. I feel like some of you, may have got information about somebody you trusted here that went bad or that really upset you. Okay? And it may just be about getting in touch with those emotions and letting them transform and letting what needs to die away. Okay, so that may be so that you can take this new step. Okay, so for some of you that may be trying your hand at love again. For some of you that may be in regards to an offer that you receive over the next period of the 2 weeks following the full moon. Okay, I want this Page of Swords. I feel like there is I feel like there's something that you're speaking on passionately, and if somebody comes back to make you an offer, it's because they feel a lot of disappointment without you. Okay? If somebody does, I hate to say that you're going to have somebody from your past roll back around. Some of you could. Maybe somebody that didn't forget about you in one way or another, that comes back around to say they want to do this or that. Or something that you feel or see, whether through your own intuition or through actual information that you receive, leaves you in a state of sadness a bit about trying things again. Or, but for others of you, I feel like you may get some sort of offer. Queen of Cups is a relationship card. Okay, maybe trying your hand at a new relationship or something. Give me the Nine of Swords. There's something to do with family here. Okay, again, I'm going to bring up the 8th house, and I'm going to, bring up the 8th house where Jupiter is going through, and the wounded healer is going through 8th house of death, taxes, legacy, and inheritance. If you guys have faced any deaths or gone through any kinds of serious transformation on the family front, yours personally or an extended family over the past few years, you may be feeling anxious about money or about restarting and victory when it comes to 10 of Pentacles, like issues that you're healing from. Okay, and so give me the Queen of Cups here. Yeah. On the Queen of Cups, I get the 10 of Swords, the Tower in reverse, and the Magician. There's something here that's been languishing for a long time or something like this, or there could be somebody that comes back around that tries to manifest you back or something like this. Some people say you can never go back to the past. There was a reason why you left it in the first place. I leave that up to my Virgos to decide. I mean, sometimes you can, sometimes you have to, for certain areas or certain reasons, but for some reason here, I feel like somebody's trying to stop a tower or manifest the tower reversal after stabbing you in the back. Somebody could come around with some sort of something weird here. Virg for some of you. What is this moon? Okay, for others of you, you could have an offer of love or relationship or something like this that makes you feel very excited. Yeah. A lot of scorpionic energy is popping out here as well. All right, there may be communications from somebody from your past especially since it's in the South Node is there, okay? Or feelings of the past that are kind of heightened at this time about things you do or don't want in the future. On this moon, it's like, I do feel like you may be very heavy in emotions because somebody tries to reconcile with you at this time. It could have been somebody that cut you off or something of this sort, or you're debating whether you should let somebody back in. I got the Three of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And I had the Tower in reverse as well on this read. So, if you're doing really well, Virgo, and you've got like a forward trajectory, you know, you've got Venus in your sign, you're especially attractive right now. I'd be careful about dipping your toe back into something, but I do see that there is some sort of transformation here. Somebody may come back around to you that lied and cheated you or something like that in the past, or you're just shutting the door on any prior deception for a new beginning. And I see that positively here with the Seven of Swords, the World, and the Chariot towards a victory. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it to you. I feel like I can't, I mean, literally you have poaching, private investigator in reverse over here, and overindulgence as well. And like, there's something funky going around here for some of you. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole too far with it because it's not my normal in troubled or singled and troubled in love reads, and I don't want to cut some of the others of you out, but I will touch on it in my main read. I will be doing a single and troubled in love for Virgos this month. It is your birthday month, so of course I will give you that on your birthday. I already did a read for you guys the other day, but I will be doing that one as well. But I feel like some of you have a fresh start here, and I see that indicated with the Key and the Clover, as well as some of these other cards, you know, and you're just going to have to go with your heart and gut here, Virgo. And, you know, for those of you that have a brand new start or something really amazing, don't like judge the future off the past or something of this sort. Like, learn your lessons from it, but don't be so, not that Virgos are jaded. I don't think that you are going to be jaded with what you have going through your sign right now, and the positive aspects from your 7th house, Venus in your sign, warming you up. I just, you know, I'm a Virgo sun, so I don't mean none of this with any offense. I just don't see that for you guys. I see a lot of positivity, okay? And I do see a big drive for change. And you may be, you know, sometimes we want change so bad that we're afraid that we're going to repeat mistakes of the past, that we say no to opportunities we shouldn't. So that's the biggest thing I would say to watch for, okay? And I'm not talking about your old toxic ex, okay? That's all, Virgo. I'm going to go see Libra now. I'll see you for your single and or troubled in love. I hope you have a wonderful full moon. There's some very auspicious energy around. Okay, there are some endings, some changes of the guard going around. Those are to be expected with Uranus squaring off with Saturn, which we'll continue to do until it becomes very, very tight orb in October. So some transitions of power are expected, some endings and beginnings, some things unexpected, you know, and you can have tower movements, issues with structures in general, you know, and literal issues with structures, you know, issues that you call the insurance company about as well at this time, okay? I expect those to get a little heightened through October. Just stay safe and, you know, tap into the positivity of the energy around you. And I see an abundance of it, okay? I see a lot of you guys on the precipice of some really wonderful change, okay? Really wonderful change. All right, enjoy Venus in your sign, Virgo. I will see you for your other readings. Hi, Libra. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm here for your full moon reading. I lost like 2 videos on my full moon reading today. I gotta refilm. I refilmed like one of them. I gotta refilm one more. I'm pulling some oracles for you guys today just because it's a very intense full moon with so many aspects in the sky, square with the fixed signs that I discussed on my TikTok post, my intro post, okay, which I'll link below. But there's also a mystic triangle in the sky, which is wonderful, wonderful trines all right, between Uranus and the sun and the moon, okay, and the north and the south node. Okay, so I see a real positive ease of transition to the new. Not saying you won't face any challenges, all the signs are, but I do see a positive transformation to the new. That said, this crosses for you guys, okay, your 6th and your 12th house, okay? So service and the way you work yourself, everyday tasks in the 6th house we're dealing with, or service-oriented professions, okay? If you're in a service field of any kind, a full moon is like heightened at this time around that. Further, you have Venus going through your 12th house as well as the sun, okay? Shining a light onto the 6th house. Be careful of workplace romances, okay? Or there could be some sort of workplace project, but you guys are in mutual reception with Virgo right now, okay? You have Mercury in your sign headed in retrograde to the latter degrees of Virgo over its retrograde period, but right now it's still in your sign, trining off as the ruler of Virgo and Gemini to Mars and Gemini. So you have a very strong push towards new things. I see love and romance popping up here. I also have some addiction issues popping up here. You've popped with like 3 addiction cards. So I don't think it's going to affect you all, but I do want to discuss it. There's something here with finances and resources going on. Pulling here with heart, yarn, and the fish. And fish has to do with resources, commerce, work. That could be in 6th house activities, especially, you know, if you are in a service related field. All right, you could have a lot of tasks and duties therein. You guys could be worried about money somewhat now, and you may not be expressing all your worries about money, or some of them may be under the radar or something of this sort right now, in one way or another here. Hang on one second. I just want to twist you. With Uranus going through the 8th house of death, taxes, legacy, and inheritance, you guys have had a lot of changes and maybe some really deep sexual relationships and family over the past, since 2000, end of latter 2017 through now. However, now you are like connected to the forward path, okay, or on your way back to reconnecting with the forward path, okay. You're popping out here with a 5 of Swords. You're popping all over me. Page of Pentacles and the Hangman. There may be some sort of offer that you need to bring somebody else, or want to bring somebody else that you feel is in a state of standstill right now, where things may have been bumpy, especially bumpy or litigious or backstabbing or something of this sort here that's kind of played out, or you may be dealing with somebody. I do see that the result is the Wheel of Fortune. You want to be on the right side of the wheel. Most Libras are, you know. I do show that, you know, somebody here, and when you have stuff go through the 12th house, like, the, you know, the sun is being shown, you know, on your own shadow self, and it's reflective back into your house of service. So even if you're involved in the community and helping others in the community, or working in a service-related profession where something that you do, or somebody that you serve is a reflection back on you of your 12th house, these kinds of mirroring issues can pop up, and a lot of emotions behind them can pop up at this time. For you guys, I do show a spin of the wheel right now towards your own wish fulfillment. The advice from the universe is 9 of Cups. That's going after your own wish fulfillment. Okay, some of you may have been in a state of standstill. Somebody may be blocking you from going after your wish fulfillment. Okay, this person may have addiction issues. Okay, I have the Fool here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, indicating that you should take a Fool's leave. Queen of Cups. There may be some secret, and the Star is after that. And the 6 of Wands. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is pretty huge. I can't wait to do your regular read now. The advice from the universe on what you can do to help or hinder this, okay? And normally I would say watch what you're going for. Here in this instance, I feel like other people are blocking you from what you really want to go towards. 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. The Sun is here. If you go towards your wish fulfillment, you will be in the sun, okay? You will be in the sun, all right? That's the ultimate joy and happiness in the deck, Okay, there is no better than that. I'm going to pull a couple clarifiers here. Give me this. You're popping all over on me. I didn't ask for anything yet, so I'm going to put that back in. It was the Knight of Wands. I also saw the Two of Swords, okay? Give me this Five of Swords here for my Libra. There's something you feel very emotional about that was catty, or a fight, or actual litigation, or something of this sort that you feel like you're blocking out, and it may be that you're blocking out your own emotions here, especially on a 12th and 6th house access point with Venus in your 12th house. You know, that's your ruler in your 12th house, you know, so there could be a lot of, you know, underground feelings, Venusian issues here going on in the background. Could be related to something you went away from, something you want to go away from, something like this, or you want to block out negativity here, Libra. Hold on, give me this Page of Pentacles and the Hangman. Okay, some of you may be in recovery or dealing with somebody in recovery that is got some sort of insatiable appetite, like even if they're recovered, they may be money hungry or something like this. Okay, something like this. Oh geez. Some of you are facing a decision between two, or there is some sort of Queen of Wands that's all bent out of shape over a Queen of Swords. I've got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Cups. Okay, some of you may have been in a sense of distress about an offer, and it doesn't have to be a love offer. It could be another offer in business or in something else that somebody else in your family or close to you is objecting to, or causing an issue with you settling something else. Or interceding too much here. Third party scenario, leaving you in a state of hangman mode about something you know you need to do. Okay, this person may be like insatiable right now. Literally, you pulled that card, and you may feel in isolation, like you're unable to express your feelings in regards to these things. Okay, there may be a contract that's like upset by this, or some sort of collaboration or friendship, but the Wheel of Fortune is here spinning on this. Okay, and it looks like it's something to do with your collaborations as well as your everyday happiness. I'm popping here with the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. It's everyday happiness at home and with family. Okay, my deck is upside down, so I'm turning these around, but the Wheel of Fortune is here in your favor with the Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Two of Wands. That's new opportunities. The Emperor is trying to pop out. I do feel like some of you may be masculine or dealing with a masculine figure that has pressures from another feminine energy, okay, that are insatiable. Okay, something like this, and you feel alone at this time. I'm sorry for those of you that did. Your feelings may be heightened around the time of this full moon, like I said. Okay, there may be, I'm pulling with a lot of third-party energy here, Libra. I've got the Three of Cups with the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords. I do feel like there was some sort of third-party scenario or third-party interference blocking you from going after your wish fulfillment. And the advice from the universe is to tap into your own emotions and go after the reunions that you want, your wish fulfillment, or what you've been hiding about a broken heart or something like this. And for some of you, you may want to make up with somebody in the past. Does not have to be in love, could be in anything. Okay, somebody may have been blocking you from doing that, or you may have been hiding your own feelings from yourself in regards to that. Okay, give me the Sun here. Ace of Wands, the Magician, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's somebody here that you have a lot of passion about, or some new project that's going to make you happy, and the advice from the universe is to go after it. You will be able to manifest if you open up your passions and deliver or communicate news and take action. That action may not be reflective of everybody else's wishes, but it needs to be in line with your own. That's what I'm getting here for you, Libra, okay, around the time, because I don't think this is you that is having these addiction issues, but if it is, it's like they're getting worse because of the cover up on your own feelings. Because you feel like you're letting other people run your life, if that's you. If it's not you, it's somebody else that's like, they could be like a dry drunk or something like this, where they're causing you issues or something like that, that got you all messed up in the head, you know, and then they're trying to assert their will to keep you from doing something that you need to do or want to do. And the Wheel of Fortune is here, opening up doorways. Okay, that's the Wheel of Karma on your ultimate happiness, and that is formed by collaborations and friendship that then lead to love and a 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. That's the everything. And a 2 of Wands, new opportunities for that. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, Libra. I'm going to clean this up because I usually don't do any clarifiers on these, but I am, because this one's a special one. There's a lot going on for a lot of the signs, and just in general over the whole zodiac wheel, you know. So I hope you guys are doing well. Enjoy the full moon. Let me know how it goes. I will see you for your regular readings, which I will be posting this month as well. All right, and on my other social media. Bye, Libra.